Magic Mage from server 243. Today our video is going to be all about those numbers that you're seeing when you're replaying your battles and how that translates into these reports at the end of the battle. So we're going to start by replaying some of these battles. Please know the numbers come in 3 different colors. You'll see green numbers, you'll see a white number with a little red outline, and you'll see yellow numbers. All of those numbers have an impact and a meaning. Your white numbers, those are your normal attacks. Those are attacks that are not implied by a skill. It's just a simple normal attack. And then you have your attacks that are done with skills. Those are your yellow numbers with the red outline. And those are when your skills are taking and resulting in damage to either yourself or your enemy opponents. When I'm referring to yourself with that damage, it's really because of possibly those damage transfers like you'll see here with Yoshi and Merlin. You'll also know if you watch Merlin a couple of times, he'll get pulled into a void by Himiko as such here, where he's actually disappeared from my battlefield. So remember, watching these battles are really important because you can see exactly what's happening, when it's happening, and how it's happening. The other piece you'll notice as you're going through these battles is there's a green number. That's your heal. So each time a heal is coming into effect, whether it be a skill or an Immortal's ultimate skill or from some dragon skill, all those heals will be highlighted in green, so you can see that increased in overall strength and power for your immortals with those green heals. You'll also notice, if you watch these numbers, this red explosion like fire symbol in front of your red and yellow numbers, and that explosion symbol means that it's a critical hit. So that's your critical hit damages that you're observing for yourself and your team. They can be both on a skill attack, which will be those yellow critical hit symbols with the red explosion, or on a normal attack, which is your red ones with the white symbol there. So what does this look like when you're reviewing your reports? Well, when we go to our reports under the stats, you'll see these heals. That would be all your green numbers. All those green numbers translates to these green numbers that you're, this green bar here with this number sign here. So when we add up our numbers, we'll notice that all the green numbers above Alex will have this 1,033,710 points. Same thing with damage. If we add in our critical hits and the normal attacks on my enemy team, that should equal this number here for the attacks that he made specifically, and the damage taken would be all those yellow and white numbers above Alexander. Now, when we look at the damage taken particularly, we can see that we had some critical hits here. Those are the blue symbols. We can see some regular attacks as well. And those are done, and what different types of attacks are being made. So the damage taken, you can see that he had some normal attacks from internally from Alexander the Great, Himiko, and Zenobia within his own team. That was through a lifelink. We can see, and probably, let's see if it's just lifelink. Yep, just lifelink. And then we'll see Hippolyta. She had Cleave and Flaming Smite that she had taken damage from. Yoshi took damage from normal attacks and Sky Feather, and Merlin took attacks from Prophecy, Annihilation, and Death Breath, with Herald finalizing with normal attacks and Glacier Incursion. So the damage taken from Alexander was from the enemy, plus his own individual team through lifelink that was employed by the enemy. Now the damage he has taken, this is where we're going to see our critical hits. So we have normal attacks, which can have critical hits, but he didn't have any critical hits with his normal attack. Combo, that's a skill attack. So that was all regular attacks. So those would have all, both the normal attacks and the combo, been flat numbers without that red explosion symbol in front of them. Combo would have been yellow, normal attacks would have been white, and then the life link, that would have been a skill attack, so that also would have been through yellow. With regards to Charles, we have normal attacks only, so all of those would be done through that white. He did have healings, 2 different types of healings, so we would have seen some green numbers above him as well. Zenobia, we have, again, some critical attacks coming in from Shelter, actually. So Shelter is showing that they discarded 1 attack here, actually, not critical attack. So that was a discard attack. See if I can find a critical attack here. maybe Merlin, because Merlin should absolutely have some critical attacks here. I'm under healing. So yeah, we'll see under Merlin, he's made some significant critical attacks. So each of these attacks would have had that fire symbol. The normal attack would have been that white color, Annihilation, Death Breath, Prophecy, Lifelink. Those would have all been yellow. So I hope this helps you understand a little bit about those reports, those numbers, what they mean, and how you can translate them from watching the replay video to these actual battle statistic reports and vice versa. And you can see where they come into play in your battles. Until next time, please remember to like and subscribe and ring that bell if you enjoyed this content, and have a wonderful day. See you again soon.